I love me a good dill pickle.
Oh, this peppermint stick is just awesome.
You got your peppermint stick in my pickle.
You got your pickle on my peppermint stick.
Oh my God, that's fucking awesome.
Let me try that. That's pretty good.
No, we didn't invent the pickle and a peppermint stick treat, but who knows who did and how they came up with it. Hi, and welcome to Chicago Style Eats, the show where we talk about and sample the various foods and food establishments born in or made famous by Chicago. I'm Tony.
And I'm Stephanie, and you've probably already figured out that this episode is about the Southside treat phenomenon, pickle and a peppermint stick. Nobody knows how it got started, but all accounts we've found attribute its origins to the Mississippi Delta and, like with many other iconic foods that Chicago has embraced as our very own, the pickle and a peppermint stick migrated north in the great African American diaspora of the early 20th century, and by the early 1940s established itself as a Southside thing.
But unlike other foods that came up with the Great Black Migration and spread throughout the city, like barbecue rib tips and the corn roll tamale, pickle and a peppermint stick remained under the radar until fairly recently. It's popular enough in its own right that it inspired a somewhat naughty 1983 blues song by Vernon Garrett titled, appropriately enough, Dill, Pickle, and a Peppermint Stick.
I love to watch my baby live on a dill, pickle, and a peppermint stick.
The treat is similar to one originating in the Baltimore area anywhere from the 1920s to as far back as the late 1800s, where children would take a peppermint stick or other candy flavor stick, jam it into an orange or a lemon, and suck out the juice using the candy stick as a straw. So, we decided to do that today. From my childhood growing up in Maryland, not in Baltimore, but in Bethesda, I remember we used to take the porous candy sticks that we got from the local drugstore or candy store and do what we had just described. So we have two oranges, and honestly, I don't remember what we did when I was a kid, if we went from the top or the side, but a recent video that we saw went from the side. So we have a bunch of candy sticks. Somehow they don't let you, they want you to order 80 count of one flavor, and I wanted a variety of flavors.
Well, if you order them online.
Yeah, if you order them online.
Find them in a store, that's all the power to you.
So I'm going to do green apple. Put that in there. We've already kind of rolled the oranges and squeezed the oranges, massaged them and all that.
You did that already?
Yeah, I did that. So now I have green apple. Tony has cinnamon, which I might want to try this
I don't
with
feel
cinnamon.
any air coming through that.
No, you're not gonna. It has to get the juices.
All right.
The juices. So here we go. I'm not really tasting green apple. Are you tasting cinnamon? Cinnamon. Suck hard.
I'm gonna. Maybe you have to wait a little bit. Wait a little while.
Swirl it around or something. Now we're getting sticky fingers.
I think these are the wrong kind of sticks. But
they're Gilliam, which is what is listed. I'm gonna make an executive decision and cut the top off my orange. Flip it over.
You getting it?
Mm-hmm.
Let me try yours because
Suck hard. Well, there might not be any more juice. Go to another segment.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Jesus.
It's on me.
I see. It should have been from the. We can go on a diagonal.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah. Well, it's something to keep the kids occupied. I mean, you spend like half an hour trying to make a straw out of this thing.
Maybe not a good thing to get for your kids.
Might give them practice at a certain sexual behavior. Yeah, I think when I was a kid, we cut off the top, and then that way we could see the segments, and we're going down the length of the segment of orange instead of butting up it from the side against the peel or cartilage, whatever the hell that an orange's pulp is encased in.
Well, the concept works, but yeah, barely. Moderate to minor success with the whole thing. She's getting. All I'm getting is sticky fingers.
This is a good Rolling Stones album.
I don't know. Maybe you stuck it in and let it sit for a while, but we don't have that kind of time. So, and probably don't use a cinnamon stick with this because it's not working.
I think the peppermint would be the best.
I mostly tasted only the apple stick. I didn't taste much orange in that mix.
You can hear it now.
Now my fingers are all sticky.
Stick it in another hole. Another hole.
Yeah, the cinnamon stick don't work. I mean, by this time it should have started getting stuff through.
Yeah, I guess it just depends on how good you are at sucking.
I didn't say that.
I'm gonna stick this.
Yeah, I think that's what you hit the nail on the head with that. It was something to keep the kids occupied.
Maybe it's a way to get your kids to eat some fruit.
Maybe.
No, won't help with the vegetables. I think the tough part is getting the right candy sticks.
And spend some time with it to get it to work if you've never done it before, because apparently it needs to sit in there and soak for a bit.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna finish.
But when you're a kid, you had all the time in the world to let it soak in the orange.
While we were doing our research on the peppermint stick in a pickle, or pickle and whatever we wrote
Peppermint
there.
pickle is what it's going
Pep
as.
pick. Yeah. We found out that another thing that is popular is the kulickle. And the cool comes from Kool-Aid, and obviously ickle comes from pickle. So what they do is they take the, like a jar of kosher dill pickles, and it has the pickle juices in there, but they add sugar and Kool-Aid. I think the favorite flavor is cherry, but we couldn't get any cherry Kool-Aid, so we went with tropical punch. So we decided to try this out because why not? It's bizarre and we'll do it. So we're not being sponsored, but this is what I had at home. Vlasic kosher dill pickles, and you can see it's red. I'm sure you know what the pickle would look like otherwise.
I asked a coworker about this, and she told me that her family that came up from Mississippi in the mid 20th century, her grandparents, great-grandparents, whatever. And actually, I was asking her about the peppermint pickle when she told me there's another thing that we do called the kulickle. And I was like, yes, we heard about that. And she said, yeah, that her family does that. And so this is a thing. So
we're going to try it. My first thought from smelling it, it almost smells like the, what do they call them? Butter pickles? Or
I don't know.
It's the flat slices of a whole pickle, and they're kind of sweet. relish pickles or something like that, but you put them on hamburgers supposedly. I don't like anything like that. I like a good dill pickle.
Yeah, it smells mostly like pickle, but then there's a sweet smell
Yeah.
to it. I'm just gonna go with it. Go for that.
Yeah, it's kind of cold, so that's why I didn't want to bite into it. Oh.
Okay.
Well,
So, a lot of stuff
Interesting.
going on in the mouth there.
yeah. There's pickle. You can definitely taste the pickle.
And there's Kool-Aid.
And there's lots of sugar. And there's Kool-Aid. Like, you get everything out of this. And I haven't decided if I like it. I'm not sure this is something I would say, oh, let's put some Kool-Aid and sugar in a bottle of pickles and hang out and eat it.
I can see kids loving this. It's cold.
Ooh,
Yeah.
lots of Kool-Aid on that one.
It's cold, and it's sweet, but you got that little bit of sour.
It's like those pickles that I'm trying to remember what they're called.
Sweet pickles.
No, they have a different name. They're like butter pickles or burger pickles or something like that. Well,
Shannon, if you know what she's talking about,
put it in the comments.
put it in the comments, let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can
Actually not bad,
It's-
really. Now that I'm
the first
sitting
bite
here,
was a little bit of a shock.
yeah,
I think
you don't
because
know
you're
what-
expecting
you don't know what you're
expecting dill pickle,
Well, you don't know what you're expecting.
and then there's the sweet. And yeah, I guess I could do this like one spear, like it'd be great on a summer day. But I think this is what kids really like because it's sweet.
Yeah, the first thing that hits you is the Kool-Aid. I mean, like, that's the first thing. And then as you keep chewing, you're getting the pickle. So it's like Kool-Aid, pickle.
And my first impression, I think it was more, you're picking it up and your brain is thinking pickle or dill pickle in this case. And
Red.
so I was expecting dill,
Your friend
and then the sweet came in.
Your friend at work said that cherry was the best.
She
So I
said
wonder
cherry
if
was
it would
yeah.
have.
Well, the flavor of the Kool-Aid is coming through, and kind of at times distinctly.
At first.
No, every once in a while. And for me, the first was the expectation of dill, and then there was the dill flavor, dill pickle flavor. Then it was like trying to figure out what the other flavor was, and then the Kool-Aid flavor kind of landed.
When people make relish to put on, obviously not a Chicago hot dog, but other places outside Chicago when they make relish, isn't relish generally kind of sweet and
Well, I think generally relish is sweet, but you can have all different kinds.
I think this is a lot like relish. If we minced this up, and you didn't see the red, I bet no one would realize what it was.
Except when they said, it tastes like berries.
I wonder if you used a green Kool-Aid so that it stayed green and you end up with something like pickle with relish.
Possibly.
Oh my God, might be a new experiment.
Well, pickle lily relish, I believe, is already sweet relish, so they just add blue food coloring to make it green. So yeah, I could see this. I mean, I wouldn't go for it necessarily more, very often, but I could see kids loving that. So, yeah, coolicle.
Coolicle. In the great African American diaspora of the early 20th century, lemons and oranges were more expensive and hard to come by, so were a rare treat served to kids for special occasions, such as Christmas. But in the depressed areas of the Deep South, a dill pickle was much easier to come by and a lot less expensive. And it delivered the same sweet, sour, and tangy joy to many more kids.
But though it seems both originated around the same time, yet independently of each other, only the peppermint pickle made its way to Chicago. We'd certainly never heard of it until we discovered the NBC Universal program Poochie and Pang Eat Chicago, in which, in one episode, they ventured to the South Side, and Poochie, whose Chicago dog-slinging, sassy attitude helped make the Wiener Circle famous, introduces longtime Chicago food critic Kevin Pang to one of her favorite childhood neighborhood treats. So naturally, we had to try it ourselves.
Of course. Yeah.
What we wanted to do was taste the pickle, the peppermint pickle in the store. We were going to buy it and then do the sketch outside, but
This is the store that Poochie from Poochie and Pang went to.
yeah, V's.
V's convenience store.
We hope they're still open, but
Yeah. So went there on a weekend, only to find out they're not open on weekends. Went there on a Monday, which was a holiday for us, and either they took the holiday off or they're closed permanently. We're not quite
we
sure.
don't know. If you know,
Yeah, V's convenience
let us
store.
know in the V's.
In Chicago on 61st Street.
Yeah, V's convenience store. So if you know, please let us know. So I'm gonna have another taste of it because the first taste of it was while we were shooting the sketch, and my concentration was elsewhere because I directed the thing, and so I'm gonna give it a taste here to see. And this is the pickle we were using in the shoot, so it's a little worn out.
We got some candy.
Yeah, a little weird.
Yeah. I think when you have a whole chunk of the candy, it's too much peppermint. But I let the peppermint stick just kind of sit there and get absorbed, get the flavor absorbed in the pickle. So when it's just some flavor with the pickle, it's actually really good. When you're not biting into and chewing on a whole chunk of peppermint stick, and you're just getting the remnants of the peppermint kind of infused into the pickle, that was really tasty.
Not terrible. I preferred the Coolicle. I actually preferred the Coolicle to this.
I just randomly decided to try the pickle with a cherry candy stick, and yeah, that was a no. That was a flat no. Disgusting. Tasted medicinal.
So it's some.
I want to drink the juice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so when you drink the juice,
Out of the bag.
yeah,
Okay,
I love pickle juice.
I didn't realize you were gonna do it out of the bag though.
No,
You getting it out?
no, I'm not finding the right
Like
hole.
the corner?
You know what?
And
No.
no. So
It's got to have more pickle.
yeah, for my taste, it was like it needs for the peppermint pickle. It needs more peppermint flavor with the pickle because biting the stick and chewing the pickle, the pickle overpowers it. So maybe we're doing it wrong, but
I'm the other way around. I think let the peppermint infuse into the pickle, not have the hard candy.
yeah. Well, the way we saw it on Poochie and Pang was you bite the
Yeah,
whole
you
thing.
chew everything.
So,
So there you go.
well, it's a
love me a
thing.
good
It's
pickle.
definitely a thing, South Side thing, and it's definitely a Chicago thing. So,
Chicago, Mississippi, Delta, and Texas. That's it. Those are the only places where it's eaten.
it's certainly something worth a try. It's in my opinion, it's not bad. It's not something that I would do on a regular basis. However, the pickle spears in Kool-Aid was actually it was a more bigger surprise and surprisingly tasty. A little sweet for my tastes, but I can see people liking that, especially kids.
So make sure you go out and get all of these, the pickle in a peppermint stick in a pickle,
Peppermint.
and make yourself a Coolicle, and there you go. Enjoy!
Coming up on the next Chicago Style Eats, In 2019, with years of the restaurant business under his belt, Chris opened his doors using his children's initials as his inspiration for his shop's name.
Chris didn't set out to make sandwiches like everyone else. In addition to cold-cut sandwiches, he included fresh cooked meats like Angus burgers and the breaded pork tenderloin sandwich, popular throughout the Corn Belt, but which had not caught on in Chicago.
If you like this episode, click the thumbs up icon below. Don't like it? Let us know in the comments what might make it better. Want to see more Chicago-style eats? Click the subscribe button below so you can get an alert each time we drop a new episode. Don't know what the heck we're doing? Click on the end screen or the link in the description below to see our intro video. Thanks for watching.